I'm Joe Pena, Aleksandra's producer. Aleksandra is a health and wellness coach, intuitive chef, book author, artist and art educator, and founder of leading lifestyle brand Olenkos Kitchen. Here's Aleksandra.
Hi guys, welcome to my show. Today we are going to be talking about how to fit in skinny jeans during holiday season. So you see my hat. I'm going to be giving you some tips. Holidays are, Hanukkah started last week. Christmas is going to be next week. Then we have New Year's celebration. There are so many different celebrations, the end of the year. Of course, we even have in the middle of December, from December 3rd to 22nd, Mercury retrograde. So if you're getting, stressed out, your phone breaks, your computer breaks, all of this electronics, communications, it's Mercury retrograde at the end of the year. It's a lot of commotion. So we all need to take a deep breath and relax. And I think that's my tip number one. What do you think, Joe?
I think that was a great tip. As a matter of fact, when I saw you taking a deep breath, I took a deep breath too.
Awesome. It's very important that we just realize what's important really in this time of the year. It's not about the presents. It's not about all these material things, but really about the energy, how you're feeling, checking with yourself, making sure that you're eating properly, that you're drinking water, that you're having time for yourself, and, and you're still enjoying this time of the year, because it's supposed to be about being jolly, being, happy. And I see all these stressed out people in the store, people driving stressed out. So we all need to take a deep breath and relax. And I'm going to show you some tips. So tip number 2, you can use some essential oils. You know me, if you've been following my work and if you know me in person, I love essential oils. The company that I use is called Young Living. There are other companies that you can be using. Make sure when you use essential oils that they are therapeutic grade essential oils, because there's a lot of companies now that they're claiming that they are essential oils, but they are not. They're using synthetic materials, synthetic oils, and when you're inhaling them, it's actually not, that is actually, dangerous, because you're breathing, you're inhaling this if you have pets, if you have kids, so it's not really good. But so I really, really love to use a diffuser, but if you don't have a diffuser, so this is one of the diffusers I'm going to show you. So this is from Young Living, but there's many diffusers. So what you do, so see how's a cord, and this one, you just open it. Let me show you. And you can use distilled water, but distilled water is a very pure water, or you can just use filter water. Don't use tap water. So you put, whatever, like a half a cup, and then you can put 10 drops of your favorite essential oils. If you don't have a diffuser, you can actually get a glass water. You can actually, don't use plastic, because plastic and oils, some of the essential oils actually are so strong, they can actually eat the plastic, like citrus, like lemon, like bergamot, like lime, tangerine. So that's why it's better to use, when you're working with essential oils, better to use glass. This one is made of plastic, but because it's diluted. So, but then you put few drops, 10 drops, or however you want, of your favorite essential oils. Another way that you can use essential oils, so here I'm going to show you. You can just put it like on your wrist. So the smell that I love is called Stress Away. So it says in the name, Stress Away. So it's a mix. It has vanilla, it has lime. It smells amazing. So I'm just going to put a few drops on my wrist. Actually, I do this on my job. Like, my students love the essential oils. When you know me, I'm like always carrying essential oils with me. And you just inhale it, and it gives you peace and control, and you feel really, really, really good. So as I said, you can put it in a little glass bottle, like a spray bottle. You can spray it in your car. Or you can diffuse it. So this is really nice scent. Another scent that is very, very clean will be lemon. As I said, like all the citrus oil, tangerine, lemon, lime, or any of the trees, like spruce, white spruce, black spruce, juniper, frankincense, which is, really nice for this time of the year. So any of these oils will be, just bring you joy. There is another oil, actually, is called Joy, that Young Living makes. Is actually, that's the name of the oil, Joy, but it has rose on oil, and the rose actually, for some people, when they bring kind of feelings, like if somebody maybe has some things maybe from childhood or some negative emotions or depression actually sometimes can make you feel maybe sad, or so, you know, maybe be careful with joy, because like I love it. It works great for me, but for some oils it could be just emotional oil, but it smells really, really nice. Another oil which is great for this time of the year is peppermint oil. Very clean, you know, and also Young Living makes this oil in the Vitality line. And you can actually add it like if you're making hot chocolate or ice cream, like banana ice cream. So you can actually add it, and it makes you, you know, you have that cool and warm feeling like for this time of the year. Another one that I really, really love is called Peace and Calming. Again, we need some peace, we need some calming. It smells amazing. Of course, the lavender is another one. This one, it smells so good. My husband loves this oil. My husband, Bill, who's going to join us in a second, when he flies on the plane, he always uses this oil. It's really, really nice. It's a blend too. Another one of my favorite, it's thieves. The legends say that thieves during Black Plague in Europe, in France, actually, King of France was like going, you know, after some remedy, you know, because the plague was killing like, you know, whole France and half of the Europe. And, you know, what was going on? These thieves were actually going and stealing from this dead corpse, like gold and silver from teeth and the jewelry. And he didn't know like what was going on. So he got these thieves, you know, and they were actually aromatherapists, and they were, you know, like putting all these essential oils, cloves, cinnamon, rosemary, peppermint, this mixture on themselves. And that was protecting them from, you know, from the plague, from the Black Plague. So it's a very nice oil. It smells, my students say it smells like gingerbread man, cookies, you know, so it's really, really nice. You can diffuse it too, you know, it helps you, you know, makes your immune system stronger. So there are many, many oils, you know, this is not a class about essential oils. One day I'm going to do a class about essential oils. So that's what you can do, you know, to just, you know, help you enjoy this time of the year. Because when you go to all these stores and you smell all this potpourri and vanilla and all these things, these are all synthetics, and many times it actually can give you, if you have asthma or if you have allergies, can actually make you sneeze. It can give you some kind of reaction. All these candles, you know, I'm not going to be naming the companies, when they're making and, you know, saying all these smells are so beautiful, it's all synthetic, and it's not good for you to inhale it, because it can give you a headache, and there's so many, you know, long-term things that you can actually get from these claiming natural scents, which are not natural. So always check to the sources, you know, what you're using, and, you know, go to the nature. As I say, nature is my muse. You can also use, when you're feeling stressed out, these are, I just got them in the mail, Palo Santo. It comes from Amazon jungle from Peru. So it's actually a tree, and it smells amazing. You can also cleanse your house. Be very careful when you're burning these, of course. Sage stick, you know, like Native American Indians used to use this. You can smudge it, you know, to just clean yourself from negative energy. What you can even use just salt, like sea salt or something. You can sprinkle it in the corners of your house, you know, or take a salt bath, Epsom salt, to just cleanse yourself from this negativity and the craziness that is going around, and then to make yourself calm. Because when you calm, when you're happy, then you're gonna be bringing this energy into the world.
Aleksandra, I have a question for you. What would be a good mix for a man to wear?
I mean, he uses lavender, and this one, Peace and Calming. This one actually doesn't have lavender. This one has many different oils. It has tangerine, which is, you know, a citrus oil, orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. So it's a really, really nice scent. But Bill actually likes this other oil from Young Living. It's called Sutran. I actually like it too. It's very, very nice. And I see Lydia is joining us, and I think she likes it too. It's a very nice, it brings you balance, you know, balances you and makes you grounded. Another blend that is really, really nice is called Valor. It's a blend too, so it's not, I will tell you what oils are in it. It's black spruce, camphor, and blue tansy, frankincense, German geranium, and hold on, and that's it. Yeah, those are the oils. It smells amazing. Valor, and what you can do, like the name says, Valor, to give you strength. You can actually take a few drops and put it on the bottom of your feet every day in the morning. So because when you're putting in the bottom of your feet, it goes, this is from Chinese medicine. This goes from your meridians, balances your all, all your body. And one day I'm going to actually do an interview with my favorite doctor, Dr. Yang, who is an aromatherapist, and he's a holistic doctor, and he'll explain it to you more about that energy. So yeah, these are the different oils. Hi, Bill, you can come join us. You can, yeah. And so, but these are the oils. And with essential oils, this is how it works, that you can actually, I may like one oil, you may not like the oil, but actually sometimes when you dislike an oil, actually you need this oil. It's like a negative, you can have like a reaction. We both have Christmas hats.
Yeah, slide over a little bit.
I'm sliding over. Okay. And
this hat's ridiculous.
Matching hats. Love it.
Yeah, mine is very tall, the Christmas tree, but Bill had a cold, so he's a little, but with essential oils, when you're using the essential oils, it's sometimes you may like it, you may not, so you just have to play it around. Again, just make sure that you're using good quality therapeutic essential oils, not synthetic essential oils. And you can use essential oils to make, so this is my tip number 3. It's cold outside. It's, we have heat on, especially, if you're living like in Australia now, it's summertime, so spring going into summer. So it's different, but I'm talking about this side of the equator. But what are you doing?
I'm taking these.
To putting the vitality line.
I'm taking some thieves.
But you should take the vitality line.
But these are good for a cold.
I know, but
I'm teaching everybody.
I know, but anyway.
These are great for a cold.
Yes, but you should use the vitality line bottle.
Vitality line bottle. Oh, see it? You learn something new every day.
So, but anyway, because they are FDA approved, and the vitality, it's the same oil, it's just different packaging. So it's approved by FDA to take it internally. But anyway, so here I made some, my hands are very dry. I work, I'm an art teacher. I wash my hands probably, I don't know, hundreds times a day, working with kids and working with paints and crayons and everything. So my hands are so dry. I actually got like an eczema on my hand. So here I made some with essential oils, some cream. So what it is, it has coconut oil. It has some raw shea butter, and it has some jojoba oil, some olive oil, and some essential oils. I added some frankincense, some myrrh, and I added some, what else did I add? Some chamomile, few drops, and then you melt them like on a very, very low heat, and then you put the essential oils. If you want to be whipped, you can actually use like hand blender and whip it. So you're going to have a whipped one. I didn't whip it. And then this is really, really good for very dry hands. Why are you laughing if you whip it? But that's what it's called.
Like the Devo song.
It smells really, really nice. And you actually have these recipes in my upcoming book. So you have a lot of these recipes, how to make your natural remedies. But yes.
The Thieves is good.
Yes.
My tongue is tingling and my throat is feeling much better already.
Good.
It's like a natural throat lozenge.
Yes. And my husband is funny.
I can't hear Joe without that. Give me.
I have a splitter, but I won't be able to mail it to you in time for the show.
Hi, Lydia.
Hi, guys. Bill, I hope you feel better.
Thank you. I'm feeling much better.
Just piggyback on the essential oils. I like to put thieves and oregano in a capsule, and I've been using it, and I've been giving it to Tony. So,
I like to put it on top of a vitamin C also. I take a drop on top of the vitamin C. It helps. It's good. It's really good. But then sometimes I just do like I just do, and I just put a couple drops right in.
Sure.
But for those who don't have any essential oils with them, and I will show you some natural remedies that you probably have at home. And this is tip number 4. I think is number 4 now. Because, when we doing all this Christmas shopping and running around and everybody's stressed out, and if you were living in this part of the world, when it's cold, we got really like Arctic air in the last week here in New York, and it was so cold. You need to, really load yourself on vitamin C and some other things. So make sure that you use a lot of lemons, lemon water, eat oranges, ginger. You can, put it in your smoothies, put it in your salad dressing. You can cook with them. Onions. I mean, I love onions and garlic. I can just eat them all the time, just saute them.
I love the garlic.
Yes.
It's the garlic avocado sandwiches.
Yeah, we just had some, and you will have a recipe, my mom's bread recipe, my upcoming cookbook, which is delicious. Yes, Lydia?
Yes. Can I say something about garlic and ginger?
Sure.
I can testify to it because last week I was actually a little sick and I took one day off, and the whole day I was eating garlic, like garlic on a toast, avocado toast and garlic. And I also juiced ginger, and I was adding ginger and hot water with honey and lemon, and I was drinking the whole day. And the next day I felt much, much better. I went back to work.
Oh boy, our phone always.
So I juice a lot of ginger. I juice ginger all the time, and then we just add it to hot water. So ginger and garlic are just nature's antibiotics.
They are awesome, and definitely also even ginger, garlic, onion, and turmeric. Turmeric is a natural painkiller. If you don't have the raw root, and if you don't have the raw ginger, you can get powder. Those are spices. They warm you up. You can also get ginger essential oil too, and which is in the thieves. I don't know where. So they're very powerful. Most of the people have them in your kitchen, and sometimes we forget. So use them daily. They will protect you. Also, ginger protects you from vampires, of course, if you're from Romania. But anyway,
garlic, not ginger.
I mean, yeah, garlic. What am I saying? But first, I thought you said that you're smelling the garlic from us. I thought that's what you're gonna say, and I'm like, she lives in New Jersey, an hour away.
The strong garlic.
Yes, garlic
it's really
makes you
strong, organic garlic.
I don't mind the smell. I don't mind the smell of garlic. I love it.
No, I know, but if you do smell like garlic, you can actually use essential oils, of course, but you can actually eat some raw parsley is very good. Apple is very good. And like lemon is very good. And I'm telling you, the essential oils will burn some sage, and then nobody's going to smell it. So, the best thing, just share the garlic with everybody. Then everybody's going to smell like garlic, and nobody's going to mind.
How does that happen?
Garlic, you don't actually smell it through the mouth. You actually smell it through the skin. It actually comes through the pores. Our skin is the biggest organ in the body. So actually, there's, I don't know how many billions of pores in our skin. And actually garlic, it may take up to 48 hours to work, through the pores. But that means it's working through this time. It's giving you, it's helping you. It's a natural antibiotic. It helps you with, with your immune system, with digestion. It's amazing. So eat garlic however you want it. Upstate New York, where we live, every September, they actually have a garlic festival, and they have garlic everything, even garlic ice cream and garlic gelato for those people, garlic lovers like us. And another thing that you can use, it's very good, raw apple cider vinegar. Awesome. This, if you're feeling like, you have a sore throat or something, you can actually gargle with this. You can use this. I love it in my salad. You can actually drink some warm water. Like Lydia said, she adds honey. I don't really eat honey, but because I'm vegan, but if you eat honey, you can do this. You can put some cayenne pepper, like a pinch of cayenne pepper is amazing too. Some extra lemon, and you're gonna be good to go. So remember, a lot of vitamin C and a lot of fruits and vegetables. I think that's what happened to us when it gets cold. I hear this from a lot of people. People forget to drink water, number one, because they drink a lot of tea or they drink a lot of coffee because it's something warm. And they also eating, a lot of cooked foods. That's why I wrote my first book, Raw Food Art, which is all about the benefits of raw food. So make sure that you drink your smoothies, drink the juices, eat the salads, and eat, raw things, because the more, what are you drinking? Green tea?
Celery juice.
Okay, awesome. So because the more you cook something, it loses the nutritional value. So when you have, when you're eating, or drinking something in the raw form, you're getting all the nutrients. Think of the animals like polar bears. They live, in the Arctic, when it's very cold, and what they eat, raw fish, because, they don't cook it, because when you cook something, it loses the enzymes, and we're lacking enzymes. So that's my tip number 4. So the next tip I have, when you're going to the party, because a lot of people, say I gained some weight during the holidays, because make sure that you eat at home, and you do eat like a salad or something healthy, so you're not starving. So when you're going to the party, you're not gonna fill yourself on these pigs on the blanket and chips and all this stuff, so it's all about balance. It's all about being joyful, not stressed out. So make sure that you splurge, but, you still have, some healthy, some unhealthy, and then you'll be good to go, because food is energy, food is information, food is, every cell in your body needs the food, healthy food. So, just choose your food wisely and your drinks. And when it comes to drinks, some people like to have drink.
Some people might.
Yeah.
I don't know who, but some people might.
Yeah. So we covered that in my new book, which is coming. And we even have you to drink wine and water and juice and smoothie and coffee. Just make sure that you intertwine, meaning that you drinking, when you have one drink, have a glass of water. When you have another drink, have a glass of water, or even better, have something with vitamin C, with lemon, because actually alcohol actually depletes vitamin C, and vitamin C gives you, it's a vitamin that, first of all, it doesn't stain the body, it flashes out when you go to the bathroom, and so you have to keep adding vitamin C, so, and then you don't have hangover the next day. So remember that, Bill, when you're going for a party today.
Yes, I'm going for a party today.
So I think those are the make sure that you sleep, enough sleep. Because I know people, like me, I stay up very late. I get up very early because my cat wakes me up. So, so just, and you go to the nature, even when it's very, very cold, go for a walk for 5 minutes, open a window so you're getting fresh air, because when you have the heat on all the time, it makes you not lethargic, when we need fresh air, we need oxygen. So make sure that you do deep breathing and get some air. And just, those are simple tips, nothing, crazy, this is just, everybody can do that. It doesn't take a long time. And stretch your body, move your body, put some music, put some, whatever, go for your class. I know Lydia probably went for a class today. So, just do some fun things for yourself. Don't just, think about everybody else present and make sure that you also think of yourself a little bit. It's not selfish. It's actually good for you. Do we have any questions, Joe?
We do have questions. Maria asks, how to incorporate essential oils into everyday life?
Which I kind of answered that before, but again, I'm going to have one class one time just about essential oils. But for the people who never had any contact with essential oils, I will say start maybe with 3 oils and just do it because it could get very overwhelming, because there's so many oils. And, I've been using essential oils for 20 years and being with Young Living for more than 10, but there's so much that you can learn. So it can get overwhelming. So just use some oils. And as I said, diffuser, get a diffuser, smell it, and start from there. And then I'll be following up with a special class. And then I will make a beginning class. I will do an intermediate class. And then I'm going to do essential oils, cooking, and then another class, essential oils, and showing you exactly how to do your natural skincare, beauty care, cleaning products, because you can do so much with essential oils.
And for Nancy, she's asking a pretty interesting question. How do you make your kids eat more fruits and vegetables?
Or your husband's.
Oh, okay. That too.
That's a picky eater. He's a very picky eater. When I met him, he didn't even like any fruits and vegetables. It's true. Yes? No?
Not that picky.
Not anymore. You know what I do? I sneak in things that he doesn't even know. So I will put make a smoothie with fruits, because everybody likes probably fruits more than vegetables, but I sneak in spinach. I sneak in spirulina or celery or cucumber, and he doesn't even know, because I put cherries or strawberries or blueberries, ripe bananas. He likes, dates. So, he likes sweet tooth. So the same with kids. If they used to, and Lydia can also tell you this, because she's been my editor for my upcoming cookbook, and we have few chapters about kids and about how to, incorporate more healthy fruits and vegetables into your diet. But, if you've been really eating, junk food, is going to be a process. It may take a long time. So just take one day at a time. Also, what you can do, cut up some, fruits and put it in the refrigerator on the level so they can take it, or even on the counters. Because even with him, if I will not that's how you are, then you just like to have your fruits served, peeled. When it comes to jackfruit, I don't know if you ever had raw jackfruit, Joe. It's really messy and this is really sticky. So, even I don't like to peel it, but, it tastes so yummy. But yeah, any tips do you have?
Well, so as you said, we'll have a lot of tips in the book. But I guess, well, it's a process, and it takes about 21 times for a new taste to get used to a new taste. Mm-hmm. So the kids will not be happy right away with when you serve them broccoli or kale or whatever. But I think the most important thing is to stop buying those unhealthy snacks, because if you don't have them at home, then you will not eat them. So don't buy something that is not healthy, because of course if it's in a cupboard, you will go there and you will get it when you have a craving. But if you don't have it in your cupboard, then you'll come up with a healthy version of a snack for the craving that you have. So just stop buying unhealthy things and then get creative. Again, Aleksandra will have a lot of creative tips for what you can do in the kitchen with your kids. Make it fun, involve your kids, make fun shapes, popsicles, whatever. I mean, it's in the upcoming book, so you'll see, guys.
And also, I want to add to this: don't do this. Like, try to give your kids healthy fruits and veggies, and then you're eating like chips and popcorn and pizza, because you modeling for them all the time. It's not about what you say, it's what you do. It's all about energy. So, they watching you, even when you don't know that they're watching you. But, they're very smart. They can figure out when you're hiding, your snackies and whatever. Like his dad, I mean, he has so many snacks in the places. Yes. Your dad is like a junk food king. That's another story. I think I'm gonna have him one time on the show, because he's something else. I mean, but he's funny. He's a good spirit. I think we'll have a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just make it fun, and make food art. Like in this book, first book, I have a lot of cakes, and you can cut into shapes and make cats houses, let them play with it, make it entertaining for them, so it's appealing.
So Marta C asks how to eat healthy during the holidays and not gain any weight.
So I think we addressed this a little bit, and just I will say, really, really, really very important. And even before, not just even going to the party, but even going grocery shopping, don't ever go on empty stomach. A lot of people, they go to the party, and that's how you get drunk, because, many times they don't have the food for like an hour or two, and they have drinks. If they have open bar, you're going to be drunk, because if you didn't eat and you're going to have 2 drinks, so make sure that you eat something healthy before you go. Eat something before you go grocery shopping, so you're not going to be, eating bagels or whatever chips in the car when you're driving. And the best thing is, when you can, not everybody you can bring a dish. Bring a dish. That's what I always do. I bring food. I bring, my raw chocolates. I bring my truffles. I make salads. Like now, next week for Christmas, I already got requests for my raw cheesecake, for salad, for some other desserts. So just bring your healthy food with you. And healthy doesn't have to be boring. You can make your broccoli fun. See, I love, see, with me, it's like I always love fruits and vegetables. So for me, it was always easy. How about you, Bill? Maybe you can, how you like your fruits and vegetables now?
I like them in the smoothies. That's the best.
But you like juices too.
Juices are good. Juices are excellent. But, smoothie I really like. I like the banana. I like when you put a frozen banana in it. It tastes like it tastes almost like an ice cream drink. Mm-hmm. And, it makes it sweeter. So, when you mix in the vegetables with the fruits in a smoothie with frozen bananas, it makes it like really, really easy. Really easy to consume. It's delicious. And
move your body, because, even if you eat a little bit more fatty food or whatever food, it's just, if you move your body. So if you go for a party, then go. If they have a DJ, dance, so you burn the calories. Or if you're going, grocery shopping, park far away, instead of fighting over the parking spot right next to the door of the supermarket, and just so you're getting a little bit of exercise. I don't know.
Take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Exactly. So go for a walk. So do those little things, because remember, all these cakes are fattening, chips are fattening. The oil has like so many calories. Like 1 tablespoon of oil, has, you can eat like 3 pounds of carrots, and that's just 1 tablespoon. So, but don't feel judgmental. And we have this in the book too. Yes, Lydia, we talk about this, like, because if you feel resentment and you judging yourself and you're already saying I'm gonna gain weight and you're eating something, yes, you are gonna get weight. I know people who don't care what they eat and they skinny. So it's like, if you're already projecting in your head that you're gonna gain weight, you are. So just it's all about. I mean, Marina can talk, tell us about this, from quantum physics. It's like, it's you manifesting your life. So if you're saying that you're going to gain weight, you are going to gain weight.
I think people have to change the way they think about food and vegetables specifically, because once you tell someone that you don't eat meat or any animal products, they automatically look at you like you're from a different planet, and they say, what do you eat? So where do you get your protein from? What do you eat for breakfast? What do you eat for lunch? But the truth is that basically, if you look at let's look at the Thanksgiving meal. Most of those dishes are vegetable based.
Exactly.
Okay?
The side dishes.
You got sweet potatoes, you got sweet potato pie, you got the green beans, you got this, you got cranberries. So most of the food in that feast is vegetable based anyway. So now you just tweak it a little bit and that make it a little healthier, like remove the oil and the sugar and stuff like that, and it's a perfectly healthy meal. And on top of it, if you go to a restaurant, let's say vegan restaurant, and if you don't know it's a vegan restaurant, you will enjoy the meal. I guarantee, because if it's a gourmet meal, it's prepared in such a way with all the seasoning and the food composition. It makes such a delicious meal. So I think people have to, get a little open, open themselves to the idea of a vegetarian or vegan meal, because it's just the food is so delicious. And I hear a lot of people saying that, oh yeah, I tried this gourmet vegan meal. If I could cook like this every day, I would go vegan. So, there's so many possibilities with food combination, and to make it tasty and delicious, you just need to train yourself a little bit.
And you have to be organized. I had this conversation with this girl in my job, because every day at lunch, she goes to Dunkin' Donuts and she gets coffee. That's her lunch. And she gets a donut or she gets a bagel. And then they call me a salad lady, because I love salads. I always bring a salad for lunch. And they always like, what do you have in your salad? And she says, oh, it takes too long. And I'm saying, too long? It takes me 3 minutes to make my salad. I mean, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Like, everybody has 24 hours in the day. Doesn't matter where you are, if you're the king or if you, whatever. We all have 24 hours, and it's how you use them. It's your choice, So get organized. If you have healthy food in the fridge, you're gonna eat healthy food. If you don't have any food, then So it's just like you have to reprogram yourself, but it's really not that hard.
If she wasn't here, like when she's not here, I just follow her guidelines, and I do it myself, and it's not too bad at all.
Yeah, but like I will make like quinoa, like in the morning. Quinoa cooks like in 5 minutes, and I go for lunch. I make myself salad. He usually in the winter doesn't want a salad for lunch, and he will make himself eggs. Like we get eggs from Eggs Organics delivery, which I'm gonna interview too, because it's amazing. I mean, it's a local. They deliver from local farms. So, and he has healthy lunch, and maybe avocado, which is a fat, but it's a healthy fat, So there's always, I'm not saying don't eat fat, don't eat sugar, just eat healthy fat and healthy sugar. Because if you're eating processed and, and all these things that are processed, like table salt, it has no nutrients, has only 8 minerals. If you're eating pink Himalayan salt, it has over 80 minerals, which we lack in a lot of them. So, you can always, it's not about depriving yourself. It's just about educating yourself. And there are so many choices now, like these days. Yes, Lydia, I mean, there's those things that like 2 years ago I had to order online. They're available like in regular supermarkets. So it's all these things getting more popular. Superfoods are more around, and everything is getting more mainstream. So even the companies, even the fast food places, they're trying, because they know it's getting popular. They have smoothie bowls or something. They have almond milk instead of regular milk. So, there are choices. Just ask for them, because, there's a lot of options.
I have a question from Chris who asks, where can I buy gluten-free products and how to follow a gluten-free diet?
I mean, we have a chapter about this in the book too, but...
So where can he buy gluten-free products? So like Aleksandra said, pretty much all supermarkets now have a healthy section, healthy food section, where you can find gluten-free products because it's becoming more and more popular. More people are finding out that they're gluten intolerant. So just check your local supermarket. But if you want something extra, then there are so many stores, online stores that will give you a lot of other options. But like if it's a regular flour or bread or even cookies, I know Stop and Shop has a section like that, or Whole Foods, or
But there's, I'm going to add about the gluten-free, because there's two things with gluten-free. Because again, when something is popular, all these companies, all like, oh, this is cool. Like now everything we're going to make gluten-free, because something is gluten-free doesn't mean it's healthy. So always when you're buying like pre-made cookies or pre-made whatever, always read your ingredients, because if you bought something in Whole Foods or in any, if you paid extra money, because it doesn't mean it's healthy. That's number one. And number two, gluten-free can mean different things, because are you celiac? Like you have celiac disease, which means you cannot tolerate any gluten, which, like this is extreme. Or you gluten sensitive because they GMO the crops here, like in 50s and 60s. So, like you can get indigestion or something, which that's what I have. Like I try to eat gluten-free diet, but if I eat from time to time, like I had pizza yesterday, then if I have bread or something, then I'm going to have, I'm not going to feel so good. But from time to time, I'm okay. But there are people who can absolutely not eat gluten. They cannot even eat rice or buckwheat, because it's a complicated, one day I'm going to have a whole show about that too, because it's complicated. Because for some people, the things that we call gluten-free, they can't even have it, So, and there are people who are not. So you can use like things from cashew, like cashew meal or hazelnut meal, or from any other nuts. But there are people who they can't have gluten, they can't have nuts. They're nut sensitive. There's so many different things. So, so in my book, I have a lot of different flours. There's actually banana flour. There's actually a chickpea flour. So there are flours. Am I saying this right, Lydia? Yeah. So, because in English sometimes there's weird, with the S, and you say fish and you don't say fishes. So cheeses, I don't know. But anyway, so there are the different options. There's tapioca flour. There's, but people have many different sensitivities, and sometimes, one works for. So just, talk to your doctor. Listen to your body, that's number one. Always listen to your body and see how you feel, and write a journal, like how does something make you feel. And that's why a lot of people gain weight during holidays, or they don't feel so good because they're eating all this junk. They're not sleeping. They're drinking a lot of alcohol. They're dehydrated, so that adds up, and that's why you don't feel good. You can even see it. Some people have like puffy under eyes, because that's dehydrations, and, like that's the water. Like if you're eating a lot of salty food, you're going to have like, puffy eyes, or like swollen ankles. So, there's a lot of things that we can talk about. I know we don't.
There's even a gluten-free beer. Like there's one brand that's really popular called Omission, and it's a almost 100% gluten-free beer, and it's really good. I like it. I approve. But I'm not a good critic, because I'll drink pretty much any beer.
But also
nice.
About that gluten in the crops, in the wheats. Like me and Lydia are both from Poland. Our crops are not GMO. Here, everything is GMO. So, and then you have the corn syrup, and then you have the canola, it's just, they adding all these things. And many times it's not even listed on the label. Sometimes when there's some little of something, like, I don't know, like not even 10 of the 1%, they don't have to list it. Or they just say natural ingredient or natural food coloring. You don't know what it is. It could be, anything, and that can give you sensitivity, especially if you're drinking a lot of that, so just observe how something makes you feel. Does it give you a headache, makes you tired, like you said, your nose itches. Sometimes when people are sensitive to gluten, actually they can get skin rashes, which you will never think is a correlation between, like eating gluten, but actually they you can feel itchy and get bumps.
I have thank you for that. I have another question here from, I believe it's pronounced Ailing. Ailing. She asked for tips on quitting coffee and sleeping better. Apparently, she makes a correlation between the two.
I think Lydia doesn't drink coffee anymore. I still do sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I quit coffee. I was addicted to coffee, both taste and smell. And, I couldn't live without it. But I did because it was too acidic to me. So the way I did it was I started combining herbal coffee with regular coffee. There's so many varieties of herbal coffee, such as Ticino or calf mix or Kawa Inka, which is a Polish brand, but you can get it here at Whole Foods. So I started adding the herbal coffee to the regular coffee, and then I would increase the amount of the herbal coffee and decrease the amount of regular coffee every time I made it, until I did not need the caffeine in the regular coffee. So now I just drink the Ticino or the calf mix. If there are people who say, I absolutely cannot stop drinking coffee, I'm too addicted. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Just, make a little effort. And there are, if you cannot sleep because you drink too much coffee, then you should put a little more effort into this, because then you will see the difference. So yeah, I guess. Oh, and if someone needs energy, because sometimes I need energy. So instead of coffee in the morning, I will make matcha green tea smoothie or matcha green tea latte with a little bit moringa in it, and that gives me energy. So matcha green tea is a very good substitute for, like a healthy substitute to give you energy. Or the other superfood, there's another brand by Four Sigmatic called Chaga mushroom tea. Again,
I'm connected. He's going to show you.
Sorry,
they may not know what is matcha tea. So here I'm going to show you. So this is matcha powder. So see, I think a lot of people may not know what it is. Let me explain it to them. So green tea, everybody knows what green tea is. It's the tea, the leaves. So they grind like the leaves into a powder, and that's how you make the matcha powder. So when you're mixing it and drinking it, you're drinking the entire leaves, because when you're drinking tea, you're just drinking the liquid. You're not actually eating the pieces of the leaves here. So you're getting much more antioxidants, because green tea is amazing, full of antioxidants, and it's great for actually somebody who tried to lose weight. And actually, there's correlation between green tea and weight loss. And so it gives you the boost, because there is a little caffeine in it. And when you're adding moringa, which is another plant that grows in Africa and grows in India, and it's amazing. It gives you natural energy. When you're doing together, it will give you, the boost, but it will not give you the smells. If you like the smell and everything, then try like the other one. Bill loves the coffee. I like coffee too, but what I do with coffee, when you drink coffee, make sure you drink lemon water. When you start in the morning, start your day with water with lemon. So you alkalizing your body, because coffee will make you acidic. And I know people who drink, and Eileen, I actually know her personally. She loves she loves Starbucks. She goes and she drinks she drinks, what do you call it? Shots of espresso, and she will drink them at night, or she will drink, like coffee at night. So she will have few of the day, and the last one maybe 7 o'clock, and then she will complain to me that she can't sleep. I'm like, no wonder you can't sleep. You just had coffee 2 hours ago. So, so it's like, have a coffee. So she's trying now. She said she's, quitting like into 2 or something. Sorry, Lydia, I interrupted you, but I thought that maybe you know what.
That's okay. But there's also the mushroom tea, the chaga tea by Four Sigmatic, and that's actually regular coffee plus chaga mushrooms added, which lowers the acidity, because some people just cannot tolerate the acidity of the coffee. So if that's your case, if you still want to drink coffee and enjoy it, then choose the chaga mushroom tea, chaga mushroom coffee. They also have tea, actually. Which you can buy online. And if you don't have the chaga mushroom coffee and you still want to continue drinking coffee, then maybe have 1 cup a day, but opt for organic versions, because coffee is very heavily sprayed with pesticides and herbicides.
Yes.
So you don't want to load on the coffee from Dunkin' Donuts every day, because that's, it's not too good. Have the organic one at, 1 cup a day.
Coffee and tea both. Always opt for organic one, because the plants are very, very susceptible to the diseases, so they spray them a lot, coffee and tea. So that's why they, if you and coffee and tea is expensive as it is, but always get the organic one. If you have, it's more expensive, but trust me, it's better for you, because otherwise ingesting a lot of pesticides and herbicides.
Good information. I'm a coffee drinker, and it's helpful to know there are ways that there are strategies, different approaches I can take, and options that I have.
There's also green coffee. Do you know that? Like green coffee, which is not roasted. It doesn't taste so good. Yes, Lydia, it doesn't taste like, it's healthier, but you don't, because the roasting actually brings the aroma of, yes, you've had it in my house. You were not crazy about it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's always options. As I said, just look around. There's a lot of options. You'd be surprised how many options, but yeah.
All right. I have 2 questions left for you.
Sure.
Emily P. wants to know how to substitute meat and fish with vegetarian foods.
Now I'm showing you the book. This book, Little Vitamin Foods from Olenko's Kitchen and Friends. This whole book, it's all about rainbow food and substituting, all these things we have recipes with jackfruit, we have recipes with tofu, we have recipes with fruits and vegetables, we have rainbow pizza, rainbow sushi, we have so many different soups and salads and tuna, save the tuna salad, there's, the book is, has funny names, and yeah, so get the book, which is going to be available like next week on Amazon, and yeah, so you'll see when people say, so what do you eat on this diet? I've been following this diet for many years, more than like 25 years, more probably, and trust me, I eat such a variety of fruits and vegetables, so more than, because most of the people when they eat meat, they eat basically like the same thing every week. Would you agree, Lydia?
Absolutely. That's what I was saying before. You just have to rethink what you eat and just bring the variety of other things on your plate. Many different vegetables.
Sorry, go ahead.
Combine them with beans, with chickpea. I love adding chickpea to whatever I eat. I don't know, organic corn, add corn to whatever dish. Green peas, carrots. Just like you said, be creative and make your plate colorful.
Squash, like butternut squash, sweet potatoes. There's so many things you can do. And I do have recipes, like I will show you. There's actually purple sweet potatoes. There are so many different varieties. But what do you want to say, Bill?
No, I'm saying, but there's like direct substitutes for meat. So like if you go to like a restaurant, a lot of them will have seitan, right, instead of beef. Yeah. And then there's like tempeh, and people use tempeh to substitute for like chicken wings, or tempeh is like for chicken. And for me, the thing is, like, I think it tastes really good, but if you expect it to taste exactly like meat, then you're going to be disappointed, because it doesn't taste like meat. It's not meat. So you have to think of it as its own thing. Mm-hmm. Like, and if you think of it as its own thing, then it's actually really delicious. But if you're like, oh, this is a vegan hamburger or something, then it won't taste so good, because you're expecting a certain thing, and it's not that. But if you look at it for what it is and taste it for what it is, it's actually really delicious. Like I love going to a Thai restaurant and getting the they call it vegetarian duck, and it's just seitan. It's delicious. Vegetarian duck with some thick noodles and some of that sauce. Love it.
Yeah, but so I talk about this in the book. So seitan, tempeh, tofu, those are the most, if you go to like vegan vegetarian restaurants, you're gonna see this a lot on the menu. But seitan, if you're sensitive to gluten, you can't eat that, because it has gluten. It's actually made of gluten. Tempeh is made of like fermented soya beans or some kind of grain. So again, and some people don't want to eat soy. When you eat any of these, always eat organic, non-GMO. So all these kind of, always for those things. But if you're cooking at home, you can always get chickpeas, like Lydia says, beans, black beans, peas, legumes. There's French lentils. There's so many kinds of. Go to like ethnic store, or any kind of Chinese, Korean, Asian, Arabic, Moroccan, I don't know, Polish. You're gonna see how many different beans and legumes they have. You're gonna be amazed how many different colors, and some of them are like blue and purple with lines and spots, and they're just beautiful, and I'm sure you probably didn't even know they exist. So there's so many options, right, Lydia?
Absolutely. And I'm proud of Bill because he was able to answer the question. He was able to add to the answer from his experience, which is good because he was a heavy meat eater. So,
but he's not vegetarian or vegan, but because he travels a lot. But you at home, that's what you do plant-based.
Way to go, Bill.
Good job, Bill.
All right.
I got a gold star for that one.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, and my last question for you is from Dorota, asks, how to bake on a vegan diet without eggs?
Okay, so we have that answer in our book too, how you can bake. So you can substitute eggs actually with many, she says bake or be? Bake, so she specifically bake. So when you're baking something, again, you can use those different flours when you're using the gluten-free, and sometimes depending what flour you use, you may have different results. So some texture may vary. So sometimes you may have to use things with gluten if you want a specific like texture of the cake or whatever you're making. And for eggs, you can use flaxseed, you can use flax meal, which is blended flax like seeds, golden or brown. You can use chia seeds. You can use applesauce is very good, very ripe bananas, pumpkin puree, butternut squash, anything like smushy and squashy, pumpkin, or what else I was trying to say, sweet potato also will give you, that kind of texture. So depending again what you're baking, I'm not sure what she means specifically. Anything else you want to add, Lydia? Did I forget something? Peanut butter or any kind of nut butters too. Lydia, anything?
Yeah, no, I think you got it. I usually use the flaxseed egg.
Mm-hmm,
which is my most common substitute for egg, and everything comes out well.
With water, so it's like it depending how thick you want. Sometimes you put 1 tablespoon or 2, depending how thick the egg you want it to be. Like if you were using just a yolk or the white and the yolk, so the different recipes call. So add more water or less water. And then flax egg, it's the blended flaxseed. It's not the whole seed. You have to actually blend them in the Vitamix or blender, or just buy it already like pre-blended. So it looks like a flour. It's like flaky. And it tastes good, yes. And it actually is very good. It's very good omega. It's good for you too.
Eric asks, how about alcohol?
That's his question. How about alcohol?
Vodka's vegan. There we go.
Vodka's vegan, yes. I don't know.
Beer's gluten-free, some of it.
Some is made of potato, some is made of barley or like wheat, so it depends. But I'm not sure what he's asking for. But so is he asking if he can drink alcohol? I guess that's his question, yes. I don't know. So some alcohols are vegan, some not, as I learned from my friend Sani Gandara, that some I actually using, so again, research. If he means like the healthy version of alcohol, we actually going to have entire section in the book, Level of Light and Fruits, recipes from the bar. Bill submitted a recipe actually. So many times in those drinks like that you buy in the bar or you're going to be drinking during holidays parties, they put all this syrups, sugars, or all this coffee. So that's what gives you hangover, because alcohol and sugar it stays in your system and it just makes you tired and just makes you nauseous and whatever. So first of all, don't mix alcohol and drink like, I will say pure, like in Poland people just drink like shots of vodka and then they will drink like orange juice or something, I don't know. And maybe, definitely not maybe, but have a drink and like a lot of water. Coconut water is great too, because has natural electrolytes like Gatorade. So I'm not sure what his question is exactly, like what is.
Do they even have like vegan wine, which I never knew about?
Yeah,
I don't know why wine wouldn't be vegan. Like
he's asking, I guess, I don't know if alcohol is allowed. I don't know. Everything is allowed. Like as I said in the poem, my book starts with the poem. Vegan diet rainbow diet can be chewy, can be gooey, can be drink water, wine, coffee, and just make it intertwined. So just if you have a drink, have, something healthy, have a green juice, have a smoothie, have water, and then you'll be fine. Make it intertwine. Yes, Lydia?
Right. Everything in moderation, and just with alcohol, just don't drink too much of it, period. Because even if in our book we have some healthier versions of the alcoholic drinks, still, alcohol is alcohol. So just enjoy it, on a special occasion.
Exactly.
That's it. Don't go too crazy.
But that's exactly with everything. Like, don't go too crazy with, go crazy with carrots. Nobody ever overdid on carrots. Yeah. So apples,
Great way to finish the show. I love it. Go crazy with carrots. Everybody have a great holiday season.
Yes, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy everything, and I'm gonna have a new show in the new year, and then I'm gonna New Year's resolutions and everything. I know people always ask this to me as a health coach, so I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of questions, and I'm gonna do the webinars about essential oils and other things. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Joe. And if you want Joe to produce your show, then how they can find you, Joe?
They can find me at joepenaproductions.com.
Yeah, so Joe can produce
the
show, and he does amazing things. So check out his website and his information. Okay, so bye guys, and happy everything, and check out OlenkosKitchen.com for more information about my upcoming book, Live, Love, Light, and Fruits from Olenko's Kitchen and Friends, Rainbow Diet Around the World. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Lydia. Bye.
Bye.